Good morning, everybody. It's just Tuesday morning in February, the last Tuesday in February, and a lot of things have been popping in my head this morning. It's been a very encouraging, inspirational, heart uplifting morning on YouTube, just reading some things, and always encouraged by everything I read on Janie Ortiz's, or Juanita, Miss Janie here's Facebook page. She just really puts uplifting messages every day. I have something new to chew on, to mull over, to really digest and feel encouraged by. It's a wonderful place, um, just to feel positive. And I try to put some things on my own page. So if you want to be my friend, and I apologize for anybody who just sent me a thing, but eventually you get so many people in there, you don't know who they are, and you don't know where they really came from. But if you watch these videos and you want to be on my, just tell me, hey, I watch you. Boop, that's it. You're in the mix. It's fine. Although now I like that you can just sub to people on Facebook, and you don't have to do anything but just read what they say if you want to. Um, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because um, I had like a vision story in my head, and it's to encourage people that are not losing very quickly. I didn't lose very quickly, um, but it's sort of like, here's what popped into my head. If you knew what you know now about how long it would take you to lose, if you're a slow loser, would that have meant you wouldn't have bought the ticket in the first place? Think about it. Have the train scenario is one of my favorite. Everything's about travel in my scenarios of how to think about your weight loss journey. And this is a train, back to my train, where I used to say, get on the train and don't get off until it stops at your station, meaning don't short circuit the process and get off, 20 pounds heavier than you probably were supposed to keep going. If, don't quit too soon. Don't get off too soon. Well, here's the next part of the picture. Two people are standing in a station. They're buying a ticket for the same train. They're going to the same destination. But for some reason, or there's two trains side by side. Okay, let's put it this way. That's easier. Otherwise, we're going to have to go into like a metaphysical Twilight Zone storyline where you're on the same train, but one person gets to the destination before the other person. So we're not going to do that. Two trains are on the track. Everybody's bought a ticket. You're on this train, they're on this train. And you're on your train and you're doing your thing and you're fairly content, although you can see that that train next to you is going to the exact same place, and that person on that train is shooting much faster than you. Your train is going slower. Your train might even not be the express train. Your train might, even though you didn't mean not to get on the express train, your intent was to get on the express train. You're on the train that's going to stop a little here and there, or just go about 50 miles an hour slower. You're not on the bullet train. But you start to get angry because you realize that Joe Blow got to the same destination as you days ahead of time or hours ahead of time. Same track, same not same journey, same track, same destination. But they got there quickly without no muss, no fuss. And they're off and they're happy and they're exploring the new place they're visiting. But you're frustrated because your train's moving a little slow. Oh my gosh, that sounds like me because I hate in traffic even being behind people that are not going the speed limit or blocking my way to get over to the next lane. I'm kind of one of those people who wants to be up front. I want to be up front. I want to be where the action is. Well, let me encourage you. If you're on the slow train, you are getting so much more out of the journey than the person on the bullet train. You think it's all about getting through this as quickly as possible to get off to your exciting new life. That's not what this journey is about. This journey is about the journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Because if you don't take time and enjoy this journey, embrace this journey, embrace every nuance of this phase, from you're on the train, that other person didn't have time to look out the window to notice the cattle on the green rolling hills or the beautiful blue sky. That bullet train was going so fast they couldn't see anything. They was focused on getting where they were going and they didn't think about anything else. You're on this train for a long time. You have time to stop and figure out where all the bathrooms are and how to get from point A to point B and 4 or 5 different ways instead of just the straight way. You have time to have a meal or two on the train. You have time to visit with other people on the train, get to know people. I mean, there's a lot of advantages to being on the slow train. One of which is you really are able to embrace a lot more of the experience of the journey. You, some of the most wonderful moments that we can have that help us grow and change the most are the ones when we're so we're taken by surprise. We aren't looking for it, and all of a sudden, in a quiet moment, when you're staring out the window and relaxed and your mind is open, that some beautiful revelation will come from the sky, and you can absorb it, and you're like, whoa! In that moment, in an instant, you can be changed inside, inside. So I want to encourage people that aren't moving too quickly because really, you're getting the better portion. You're learning the hard way. The school of hard knocks a little bit here and there, but victorious in the end. And even if it takes you 2 times, 3 times as long as you're still on the train and still going in the right direction, going in the right direction. Janie had something, Miss Janie is one of my favorite people on Facebook, and I always read her page. She has tons of inspirational things every day. But she had a visual, and it led me to another visual that everything is those little steps, and stop and look at your steps. Are your steps going the right direction still? Look at all your little habits. Are your habits the building blocks, the little stepping stones that are leading you down the correct path, or are they going backwards? So you need to re-examine almost everything. Don't beat yourself up about everything, but stop and say, is the choice of this taking me the same direction I want to go, or is it taking me to a sidebar? Um, it's just good to think that first you have to have a vision. You have to know what your destination is. You have to know where you want to go. Even if you can't totally visualize it because you can't imagine what the glory land is like, um, you have to have a vision. Without a vision, the people perish. Without a vision, you have no destination, um, and you don't know how to get there. So get your mind clear. It's about the journey to the destination. The journey is where you will grow and transform into the new person that you will be when you arrive at your destination. The quick shot to the destination, there's no growth. There's some growth, but there's not as much opportunity to digest your growth and to really internalize changes so that you really are a new person when you get off that train. People that get there too quickly might not really fully appreciate all the sacrifice. Easy come, easy go. So be proud you're a slow loser. Don't be afraid. Know that as long as you keep your focus forward, you'll get there. And when you get there, you'll you'll have owned it. Just make sure the train's moving slow has nothing to do with you not giving yourself completely to the process. If it's slow, the train is slow because you're putting junk food in the engine instead of healthy food, then you're the person keeping the train from moving. Some trains are going to move slow, but you can make it worse. So just wanted to throw that out there, and don't be discouraged. You've got the rest of your life. I've only got maybe 40 years, but you've got probably 60 or 80. Eh. So go for it. Live the journey, embrace the process, and come out a healthier, permanently changed person whose appetites are different, whose focus is different, whose life will be very different. I'm going to leave you with a quote. I know I've gone on too long. Your vision will become clear only when you look in your heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. So I encourage you, look inside. Find who it is that you want to be. Come to know your inner self. Have inner thoughts. Have revelations. Then, and in conjunction with the dreaming outside, the envisioning, that's when it all comes together. So your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Who looks outside dreams. Nothing wrong with dreaming. Who looks inside awakens. So got to do both. But got to do them in the right order. Or on, off, on, off, on, off. Switch them off. Go for it. Look inside today. Find out what really matters to you and what you really want to be doing with this journey. And embrace it all over again if that's what you need to do. Something fresh and new. Okay? You guys take care. I'll see you.